Hello, my name is Daniela Gonzalez, and today I will present you with the Hewlett Packard business proposal. First of all, it is important to know a little bit of history. Hewlett Packard was founded in 1939 by Dave Packard and Bill Hewlett. Its original mission was to gain customer loyalty by giving the highest value products and providing the best value proposition to its customers. Just 20 years after they were founded, they reached Fortune's list of best companies to work in, and they consistently earned 20% of the market share, making them the market share leaders for at least 15 years. On the second quarter of 2019, something changed. Lenovo took the market share leader position out of Hewlett Packard, and because of that, on November 1st, Hewlett Packard announced that they were going to make some changes in its organizational structure. So, why the changes? Hewlett Packard stated that they were having very slow responses and they were not having enough innovative creations on a market that revolves around these aspects. They also said that they lacked agility, flexibility, and overall efficiency, and these were some of the issues that they encounter on a day to day basis, while other businesses had as competitive advantages over them. And finally, they stated that they didn't have a transparent communication with their partners, and because of that, they changed from having this deep hierarchy with lots of levels to the more flat one that only had lower levels. The organizational structure change is going to have lots of advantages to Hewlett Packard, but it also has very important effect on its communication. Communication is very important for a company. It indicates a well established leadership. It also shows overall employee involvement, and it shows if the company has a safe, fear free environment for anyone to voice their ideas. But because the change is so new, it's probable that the employees in Hewlett Packard are not communicating in the way that a flat organization should. The hierarchical organization structure before communicated in a way that had very strict rules. The employees had a lot of communication barriers, and the low level employees lacked authority and responsibility. And because of this and other many issues, they had very slow responses. So, what can be done to improve these communication channels and change it to a flatter structure while also easing the stress of um, the change in the organizational structure to the employees? Hewlett Packard should try and implement Commonwealth humor on their communication channels. Commonwealth humor means making fun of anyone and everything. It means that all employees need to use Commonwealth humor on their day to day operations, and it also means making fun of ourselves. This Commonwealth humor is going to make the communication more informal. It's going to create two-way communication channels, and it's also going to enable faster problem solving. So, how can Hewlett Packard implement this change? First of all, the leadership team should have a meeting to establish three main guidelines in which the humor is going to be based on. These guidelines need to be based on respect, value, and empowerment of their employees. After the meeting, they should send an email to all employees informing them about the change and what should they expect on the coming days. The day after, department managers should meet with their line employees and explain more in depth what is Commonwealth humor, why is it so important for them to implement it on a day-to-day basis, and what changes are going to mean for the organization. After this, the manager should lead by example. They should use Commonwealth humor on a day to day basis. They should encourage all employees to voice their ideas and any suggestions that they may have for the company. And finally, if employees do voice any of these, they should take notes and record them. These should be made on a 3 month trial period. Why a 3 month trial period? Starting from now, by March, they should be feeling a changing environment. Employees should feel that their communications are more effective and more open. By June, they should feel at ease in the environment. They should feel that there are many two-way communication channels for them to voice their ideas, and they should feel closer to the upper levels of the organization. And finally, by July, managers should have a personal relation with their line employees. Employees should feel more comfortable with any issues that they may come up with so that they communicate it faster and therefore solutions are made accordingly and faster. And the formality that was before in the organization, communication should now be gone. Any changes or any suggestions that employee during this period have voiced should be recorded. And finally, at the end of the period, all employees um, should be included on a survey that will measure the overall satisfaction of them and the overall performance of the company. Regarding the budget and the projections, it can be said that this implementation won't need any budget. It also means that by the second quarter of 2021, Hewlett Packard should be the market share leader and should also have at least 28% of all the market sales. It's should by then they should also have at least an 85% of employee satisfaction, and by then they should already have implemented at least 5 employee suggestions to improve either the production process or new products. So, what is the main outcome that will happen from the implementation of Commonwealth humor? There is going to be faster problem solving as a result of the atmosphere that will encourage interaction between employees, brainstorming of new ideas, and thinking out of the box. There's also going to be the release of stress and fear, and this will also help creating ideas as employees will change from thinking convergently to divergently. Finally, there's also going to be enhanced group cohesion, employee satisfaction, and overall business performance as employees will feel more comfortable with each other and the idea of power and authority will be dissolved. Because of this and many more advantages, Hewlett Packard should implement Commonwealth humor in their workplace communications. This is only going to better their communication, and because of this, the change in the organizational structure is going to come more fastly, which is exactly what Hewlett Packard needs. Thank you.